Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello, and welcome back to The Basement. I'm Journey Joe Mitchell, and this week, Mittens the cat and I are watching The Big Bang Theory, a wildly popular sitcom that aired for 12 seasons from 2007 to 2019. The show centers around a group of socially awkward but intellectually brilliant physicists and their struggles to navigate life, love, and the everyday challenges faced by geeks and nerds. At the core of the show are the two best friends, roommates, and scientific colleagues, Leonard Hofstadter and Sheldon Cooper. Leonard is an experimental physicist who, despite his intelligence, still yearns for the more mainstream aspects of life like having a romantic relationship. Sheldon, on the other hand, is a theoretical physicist and certified genius whose brilliance is only outmatched by his absolute lack of social skills and practical intelligence. Rounding out the main friend group are Howard Wolowitz, an engineer who still lives with his overbearing mother, and Raj Kuthrapali, an astrophysicist who is unable to talk to women unless he is inebriated. As the series progresses, the lucky-in-love Leonard starts dating his dream girl Penny, who lives across the hall. Penny is an aspiring actress from Nebraska who works as a waitress at the Cheesecake Factory. Her down-to-earth personality clashes hilariously with the guy's geeky obsessions over things like comic books, science fiction, and vintage video games. Yet she finds herself drawn into their world, eventually becoming part of their extended friend group. The relationships between the characters drive much of the show's storylines and comedy. There's the awkward courtship between Leonard and Penny as they navigate the differences between their two vastly different worlds. There's the tension-filled bromance between the perpetually immature Sheldon and the long-suffering Leonard, who often has to play peacemaker. And there are the antics of Howard and Raj as they employ ridiculous strategies in an attempt to attract women. But the show's greatest source of comedy stems from the idiosyncrasies and rigid adherence to routine exhibited by the brilliant yet emotionally immature Sheldon Cooper. His absolute belief in the superiority of his own intellect, his abject disregard for societal norms, and his cringeworthy lack of empathy constantly place him at odds with the world around him. From his insistence on following an obsessively strict bathroom schedule to his utter moral indignation at having to engage in pleasantries like holding the door for others, Sheldon's words and actions highlight the very human frailties in all of us. One of the show's earliest standout episodes is the Cooper-Hofstadter polarization from Season 1. In this episode, Leonard and Sheldon's friendship is pushed to its limits after they are dumbstruck to learn they have made an incredible scientific breakthrough while drunk and unable to remember the details. Their inability to recreate the work leads to escalating mind games and hostility between the two friends in typical Sheldon fashion. It's a hilarious demonstration of Sheldon's pettiness and neuroses and how his brilliant mind is often undermined by his childish ego. Season 3's The Adhesive Duct Deficiency is an incredibly memorable Thanksgiving episode. Penny hosts her first holiday dinner for the gang, but things go predictably awry thanks to Sheldon's stringent adherence to ridiculous traditions and social protocols. The episode turns unexpectedly heartwarming when Sheldon's attempt at a gratitude-themed game reveals just how much these outcasts value having each other in their lives. It's a touching moment that reminds us there's a real family bond underlying all of their dysfunctional hilarity. The Tam Turbulence from Season 5 is an episode that delves deeper into Sheldon's character. When Sheldon's argumentative particularity alienates his closest friends, he's forced to take a television crew's advice about reinventing his persona to become more appealing. His attempt at changing his personality is disastrous and finally allows him to realize he needs to accept and embrace his true self, quirks and all. It's a funny yet surprisingly introspective look at Sheldon's growth. One of the biggest milestones in Leonard and Penny's relationship comes in Season 8's The Commitment Determination. After years of courtship and breakups, Leonard impulsively proposes. The ensuing lead-up to their ceremony in Vegas provides plenty of laughs, but also a lot of character development as everyone contemplates the profound implications of Leonard and Penny tying the knot. It's an emotional culmination for the show's core romantic storyline. In the final season's The Stockholm Syndrome, Leonard is forced to take an extended job opportunity despite Penny not wanting to move after they finally settled in together. The episode cleverly plays with the relationship role reversal by sending Sheldon into an emotional tailspin at the prospect of living apart from Leonard. It serves as a poignant farewell to the Leonard-Sheldon friendship that was the heart of the series and provides classic Sheldon moments as he grapples with losing his bedrock support system. These are just a few examples of the Big Bang Theory's most memorable episodes that crystallize what made the show such an enduring hit. The ability to blend ingenious humor with authentic human insights into love, friendship, and our intrinsic need for human connection even among the most unique outcasts. The best episodes tapped into both the show's riotous comedy as well as the surprising well of emotion simmering under the surface. Over the course of the show's 12 seasons, we see the characters slowly evolve and grow, both personally and professionally. We watch as new faces like neuroscientist Amy Farrah Fowler are introduced to join their quirky gang. Romantic relationships ebb and flow, from the rocky road of Leonard and Penny's ups and downs to the unexpected yet strangely perfect pairing of Sheldon and Amy. Careers advance, life milestones are achieved, and yet the core friendship between these lovable misfits remains constant. Throughout it all, the show manages to celebrate the intelligence and unapologetic geekiness of its characters without ever descending into mean-spirited ridicule. Instead, it uses its humor to point out the universal truth that no matter how smart we all think we are, we're all just stumbling through life trying to figure things out. The Big Bang Theory revels in this messiness of the human experience in a way that is both hilarious and heartwarming. So in the end, while the characters' minds may be engaged in unlocking the secrets of the universe through their groundbreaking scientific work, it is their personal journeys of emotional and social growth that truly lie at the heart of this beloved show. And that disarmingly human element is precisely what has allowed the Big Bang Theory to transcend its humble beginnings as a celebration of nerd culture to become one of the most universally popular shows of all time. Next week, a look at the prequel series, Young Sheldon. Until then, I'm Joe Mitchell, and I'll be watching TV in the basement.